Hi everyone, this is Diane. I thought it was time to take another little break from crafty videos just to show you one of my collections. And this is one that you all expressed interest in, or many of you did, and it is my vintage sewing pattern collection. I just added to it, if you saw a recent haul from the antique store where I purchased a good size plastic bag full of patterns. So some of those I will go through and I mixed everything in, but I will go through and probably sell some patterns pretty soon. So I have this little stack here, which is men and boys and miscellaneous and doll clothes. Then I have this box here, which is all girls, babies, girls, toddlers. And this is my wonderful collection. Of course, I just started the video, so they just started up their equipment outside. This is my video, or my really nice packed container full of ladies' vintage patterns. So let's do these first. The men and boys. And there's different ages. They're all vintage. Different ages of patterns, and some men's. And the miscellaneous, this one I just got in that bag from the antique store. I probably won't keep that one, but it's teddy bears. I would have you kept that to actually make teddy bears with back in the day. I used to make teddy bears. I love this apron pattern, and this was also the new acquisition, and this one. Two different eras. And this one, some handbags and hats, a doll. I just thought she was very whimsical and would make a fun element in a journal, that picture. And what are these? Decorative felt pin cushions. It's a cute. I should cut that out and put it in my strawberry stuff. And then the doll clothes. I went to an estate sale a couple years ago and got a whole bunch of patterns at a really good price, and a lot of them were doll clothes. This was one of them. I had a lot of doll clothes from that. I sold some, but they're old. They're vintage. Baby doll clothes patterns. Now let's look at the little girls. I'm going to empty the box so I can put them back in there as we go. You're getting a sneak peek of some of them. Okay. So some of the envelopes are in pretty bad shape, but as long as the picture is good, I can at least cut the picture out and use it. Some of the envelopes will be used on journal covers. I wonder if there's a year on this one. 64. That just makes me think of my childhood. The kind of things my mother would have made for us. This one looks like it's from the 80s. That might have been in that bag from the antique store too. And this is a newer one. Doesn't have the pattern in it. And it's not your typical patterns that you find at the sewing stores, fabric stores. Children's Corner. But I thought these little girls, I'll just probably cut them out and use them as little paper dolls. Look at the pleated skirts. I love this one. Going to the beach or bathrobe with a little bunny pocket. How cute. This one has an I love you pocket with a very full skirt. Look at that, the way that coat flares out. It was probably to accommodate these kind of skirts. That's so cute with the balloons. That looks like it's from the 70s, maybe 60s. Yep, 67. This pattern looks so familiar. I wonder if we had this at my house. It's 1968. That one's a really cute one. I remember these, and that the brown one that I showed you with the brown dress. I just loved these so much. They came from that estate sale where I got all the dog clothes patterns. Most of the things I don't remember where they came from, but I got so many great patterns from that estate sale. That was a great day. And one more stack. This is one of them too. And this one, playing croquet. We used to play croquet in our front yard. Maybe we already saw this one. Maybe I have that one twice. The box pleats. I used to make my daughter some clothes with box pleats. This one's so cute. Okay, now the ladies' patterns. Not sure how to do this. I don't want to have these all stacked on my table at the same time. Look at that. Kind of a sailor outfit. And then without the big collar, it just looks like an elegant outfit. There's like a semi-formal or formal. This looks like when my mother was in high school. Oh, the bottom part is gone, so no date. I'll be making some patriotic journals, so I'm going to set aside some that I think would go well in that if I see them. And I think I saw some in the kids too. So I'll go back and grab them. I made a bathrobe for myself out of that many, many years ago. Butterick doesn't have dates. This looks like something my mother would have made for herself in the 70s. She was a great seamstress, and my sister is too. I can sew, but I'm not as good as they are. I would have wanted a blouse like that when I was a teen. Aren't these great? So in thinking about, as I've been doing, thinking about narrowing my scope, I've done that slightly by deciding on certain types of journals that I don't want to make anymore. And it's hard because I like those journals, steampunk and boho and Victorian. I like them, but that's not what I want to focus my creativity on. And so in thinking about how to narrow my scope even more, my mother liked pantsuits too in the 70s, and she made herself some nice ones. I definitely want to use more sewing patterns because I collect these, but I haven't used them that much. I have, but not that much. So that's something I really want to focus on. And the children's school books, the golden books. These are the mail order patterns. So I just finished making music themed journals, and I'm going to be selling, or when you see this video, I've probably already listed and hopefully sold all the rest of my music supplies, except for I'm keeping, some pieces that can be used in other kinds of journals, like music flashcards. I have a bunch of those, but because I kind of want to get away from doing themed journals all the time, so that I can just use generic stuff. Patterns I can use in any kind of journal if it's a generic journal, I want to use the supplies that I've accumulated and just don't use because they don't seem to go with the journals that I make. So then I have to look at my supplies and say, well, what kind of journal can I make that these would go in? And, of course, fashion themed or sewing themed, but just a general eclectic journal is what I want to use these in for the most part. And I want to really make some with the greatest images on the covers, because I love those journals. And I have so many that would make great covers. Oh, this snuck in there. That goes with the little girls. I think that would make a fun journal cover. This one has a pattern for the blouse and the transfer. This is for young contemporary fashion. And I had this pattern when I was a teen, and my mom made me a dress to wear to our teen banquet at church with those puff sleeves. I remember I think it had flocked flowers on it, like a pale blue with some flocked flowers on it. And that's my pattern collection. Well, we went through that quicker than I thought we would. But what do you think? I'm just going to go through, if you want to, because that didn't take very long. I think I'll set aside some that are awesome as I put them away for journal covers. I really like her, but I'm thinking maybe more as inside a journal. That would be good, except for the stain there. Of course, I still could use it, and it's a smaller size than some of them. I'll set it aside just in case. I love this one. That would be a good journal cover. I love the colors on this one, and it is damaged over here, but I think it's good enough that I could make a mod fashion journal out of that. So some of these that I'm not setting aside would still make good journal covers. I'm just taking the very, very best, the ones that I really want to use. I like that these two are not touching each other at all, so that I could cut them out and use them on a tag separate from each other. That would be a fun cover, but I think it's too damaged. But I like her look. I don't know. I'm going to set it aside and we'll see. Also, these are separate from each other, so they're good for cutting out. I could cut those out in pairs and then her singly, because I wouldn't make a journal with a landscape pattern normally. I'm going to make journal cards with these because I like that they're in that colored square. They'll make really great journal cards. This one's in bad shape. Yeah, she's cut right there. Well, this one is kind of wrinkled and it's got some tears, but I'm going to try it anyway because I really like it. I like that they're all in a row. Her legs faded out. It's not that it faded out, but the artist faded them out. So, I don't know. This one has a paperclip mark right there. Oh, she's cute. I have to try that one. All right. And the same with the little girls. I'll make covers, journals with little girl patterns on the cover. That's a lot. That's too many. But I'm going to just keep them separate so that when I want to make patterns, journals with pattern covers, I can look through these. So what did you think of my pattern collection? I can show you, what else can I show you? My fabric collection. I don't know. I've got other collections I can show you at some point. So just if you have an idea of things that you know I have in my stash, let me know what you'd like to see and we'll see if we can make it happen. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. I feel so inspired to make pattern journals now, but that's not next on my docket. They'll be coming, I promise. Have a creative day. Bye.